I don't even know why I wasn't paying that much attention. It's when I'm walking away. He keeps trying to nail me on the back of my leg. See? He's not so confident whenever I'm moving forward on him, but whenever I turn and I walk away, he's getting confident because I'm not watching him. He's going into that prey drive. He's not really going down enough into that back state of mind, so when I'm moving away, he's taking advantage of that situation and trying to nail me like, yeah, go away. Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to do, I've been using the spatial pressure, but like I said, less confrontational, trying not to go straight on at him unless he comes straight on at me. But when I'm asking him still to give to my space and yield to my space, after the walk, even though he's been walking with me, he still has that problem where he's not engaging with me and he's not fully giving me the trust yet. So I keep putting him in that forward state, taking him to a more back, relaxed, compacting state, until he starts to stay in that state and not so nervous. And you can see when he moves forward, his tail will pop back out. But then whenever I add pressure, his tail will tuck again. And then he's starting to get better. See how he's starting to blink? So it's just a matter of he's not used to not being in defense drive at all. He's always in defense drive, fight or flight, whenever he's around new people. And that's something that we have to get him out of. So, and then avoidance it goes fight, flight, avoidance, then the acceptance. So he'll have to work through the avoidance. Right now, he's like, I'm going to avoid you until you make me not avoid you.
Right.
So he's going, I'll just pretend like you don't exist, because once this is over, you're going to be gone, and I'll go back to doing what I want anyway. And when I put a little too much pressure on him, he goes to fight, which I get and I understand, but in this real world, it's not an option. It's just not an option. He has to learn to accept pressure in a way that he can make the good choice. He either completely leaves the situation or he accepts the situation. Those are his only two options. But I need him to accept it, because avoidance isn't an option all the time either. There's going to be options where he can't avoid the situation and he's going to be put under pressure. And if I don't put pressure on him now and teach him how to deal with that, he will never know how to deal with that. Obviously, it takes longer than just this, but that's what I'm doing with him. I'm taking the pressure off and going, when you give me what I'm looking for, I'm going to release some of that pressure. How do you take pressure off? You accept it. So by accepting it, you give me what I want, and I'll let you go a little bit. Doesn't mean we're going to stop completely, but that also, and you can see he takes every opportunity he can when I'm not paying attention to go after me. Just watch her.
Make us sit.
And what I get for being easier on him is him trying harder to get me to go away.
Well, up until this point, he's known that if I show off enough,
you'll leave me alone.
Yeah, I win.
Keep her.
Yeah, just keep her back so she don't grab it. Now he's trying to get away. Flight, 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 flight. I'll take a little pressure off of him, because he gave me what I want. So we're not going to stop here. I'm not going to leave and completely end the session. And he's going to be more comfortable and more solid in his efforts to try and make me leave whenever he's closer to you guys. So now we're going to walk away. He's probably going to try his normal thing, and if he does, we'll address it. Hey! about making him leave too. It's like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the comfort of my environment here. And then again, pressure this way. That's less confrontational. I'm still going to get what I need, which is the sit and him going into that back state of mind. Here's whenever I'm gonna get the explosions, you know, the option to get the explosions are gonna be. He goes, I'm done. I'm not moving. I want to stay right here. And I'm going, yeah, you're gonna go. And there's where the uncomfortability comes back in. So when he says no and I don't listen to him, he goes, okay, I'll show you what that makes me give you. Asking for a little bit more this time because he keeps going, this is enough. I'm giving you enough. Now leave me the heck alone. But he still continues to go back after me. So to me, it's not enough. If you can't stop that, in my boundaries, you need to know that they are very clear. You will not behave that way towards me. I do not stop whenever you do that, whenever you feel uncomfortable. And I get that's a pattern of fear. I get it. But it's just something he can't do. He either does what I want or you know, he doesn't have a life. Period. Almost got it. That's what I want. It didn't say, and I'm fine with that. But I asked him to give me a little bit more calmness, to take it down just a little further, so he understands. Because eventually what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him go down, and I'm going to have him roll all the way over onto his side. Because what that does to dogs is it's like grounding for people. Right. So it's like I ground the dog in a fashion where it takes itself back to its most centered, calm point. So he starts to learn to have a reassociation with somebody putting that much pressure on him. He has to learn that whenever I have somebody, even if it's uncomfortable for me, what I need to start to associate is more pressure, more calm. The more pressure I have, because when you have a baby, and the baby starts putting pressure on him, because the baby's going to put pressure on him, the way normal people live and put pressure on, without knowing, not on purpose, but he has to have an understanding that pressure, more pressure means, hey, I'll just go to the calmest, I'll go to sleep. The more pressure you add to me, the more I want to calm down and relax. So he got uncomfortable. And you can see whenever he's flipping back and forth between the two, he's going, I want to, oh God, I can't, because I'm not used to it, and it makes me uncomfortable. So he switches from what he's learning right now to to what his habitual pattern has been.
Right.
So I can ask him for it again. And you can see I'm trying to help him visually, through visualization, not just spatial pressure. And I'll even help him by taking myself down. But you can see how his eyes are starting to change. His eyes are starting to blink, not so dilated and round, huge. He's starting to relax a little bit, close his eyes. So he's already, and this will be an experience that he will have and he will remember, because he got to go through it. He got to accept what I asked. He got to disagree, and then he got to learn that disagreeing also didn't make me leave. I only still ask for calmness. I'm neutral about the situation. I'm not taking his defense personally, because it's not personal. He's not just going after me. He's doing it to anybody. He doesn't know what else to do. So now he's got to learn. He has another option, but until he has that other option, he's only gonna practice in defense drives, fight or flight. I'll ask him again. And you can see he looked and he thought about it, but then he said, no, I'm going to decline that. And you can see the way he's leaning away from me. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want conflict. So he's trying.